The wise king of Avaloria. In the ancient and prosperous kingdom of Avaloria, there reigned a wise and just king named Edmund. Avaloria was a land of rolling green hills, sparkling rivers, and majestic castles. Under King Edmund's rule, the kingdom flourished, and the people lived in peace and harmony. The king was known not only for his wisdom and fairness but also for his deep love for his people. King Edmund had a daughter, Princess Elara, who was as kind and intelligent as her father. She often accompanied him on his journeys through the kingdom, learning about the responsibilities of a ruler and the importance of compassion and justice. The people of Avaloria adored Elara and looked forward to the day she would follow in her father's footsteps. One spring morning, as the flowers bloomed and the air was filled with birdsong, King Edmund received troubling news. A neighboring kingdom, Drakonis, was threatening war. The king of Drakonis, King Magnus, was known for his ambition and greed, and he coveted the rich lands of Avaloria. Determined to protect his kingdom and avoid bloodshed, King Edmund decided to meet with King Magnus to negotiate peace. He took Princess Elara with him, hoping that her presence would help soften the heart of the ambitious king. They traveled with a small entourage, riding through the lush countryside towards the borders of Drakonis. Upon reaching the fortress of King Magnus, they were greeted with cold formality. King Magnus, a tall and imposing figure, received them in his grand hall. His eyes were filled with a mix of curiosity and suspicion as he looked upon King Edmund and Princess Elara. "Welcome to Drakonis," King Magnus said, his voice echoing through the hall. "What brings you to my kingdom, King Edmund?" King Edmund bowed respectfully. "We have come to seek peace, King Magnus. Our kingdoms have lived side by side for generations. There is no need for war. Let us find a way to resolve our differences and live in harmony." King Magnus studied Edmund for a moment, then his gaze shifted to Princess Elara. "And who is this? Your daughter, I presume?" Elara stepped forward with grace. "I am Princess Elara, Your Majesty. I, too, wish for peace between our kingdoms. War brings only suffering to our people." King Magnus's eyes softened slightly at her words, but he remained resolute. "Peace is a fine ideal, but I desire the lands of Avaloria. They are rich and fertile, and my kingdom needs them." King Edmund replied calmly, "We are willing to share our resources and offer trade agreements that will benefit both our kingdoms. Let us work together for the prosperity of our people." The negotiations continued late into the night, with King Edmund and Princess Elara presenting various proposals and ideas. King Magnus listened, his stern demeanor gradually softening as he realized the sincerity and wisdom in their words. He was particularly impressed by Princess Elara's intelligence and compassion. Finally, after hours of discussion, King Magnus sighed and leaned back in his throne. "Very well, King Edmund. I see the wisdom in your words. I will agree to a peace treaty and trade agreements. Let us work together for the benefit of both our kingdoms." Relief and gratitude filled King Edmund's heart. "Thank you, King Magnus. You have made a wise decision. Our people will be grateful, and our kingdoms will prosper together." With the peace treaty signed, King Edmund and Princess Elara returned to Avaloria. The news of the successful negotiations spread quickly, and the people rejoiced. The threat of war had been averted, and a new era of cooperation and prosperity began. As the years passed, the bond between Avaloria and Drakonis grew stronger. Trade flourished, and the people of both kingdoms enjoyed the benefits of peace. King Edmund continued to rule with wisdom and compassion, his legacy of peace and prosperity becoming legendary. Princess Elara grew into a beloved and respected leader, known for her intelligence, kindness, and diplomatic skills. She often visited Drakonis, fostering goodwill and friendship between the two kingdoms. The story of how she and her father had secured peace became a cherished tale, told and retold through the generations. King Edmund, now older and wiser, took great pride in his daughter. He knew that Avaloria was in good hands and that the future of the kingdom was bright. On his deathbed, he passed the crown to Elara, confident that she would continue his legacy of wise and just rule. As Queen Elara ascended the throne, she carried with her the values and teachings of her father. She ruled Avaloria with grace and wisdom, ensuring that the kingdom remained a beacon of peace and prosperity. The people of Avaloria flourished under her reign, and the bonds of friendship with Drakonis grew ever stronger. And so, the legacy of King Edmund, the wise and just ruler of Avaloria, lived on through his daughter, Queen Elara. Their story became a legend, a testament to the power of wisdom, compassion, and the enduring strength of a kingdom built on the foundations of peace and harmony.